before we spoke long, but there is a word. And we've been, Reverend Green, we've been talking about love. Love. Yeah, we've been talking about love. Reverend Cole started that. You know, and everything. So it's been continuing to roll on. And see, that's what's wrong with the world today. It's not enough love. And then again, you know, for us that's, you know, following Christ and, you know, and disciples of Christ, we got to prepare ourselves. God is preparing us for this war that we're in. And the only way we're going to be able to win this war, we're going to have to win it with love. Amen. That's right. We're going to win it with love. And we look at news day in and day out in the morning time, and, you know, you turn it on and maybe this one done shot this one, or somebody done kidnapped this baby. Then they're looking for, they found a girl that, you know, that was killed, but they can't find the baby. And so it's some foul play in between that, but they ain't got no leads on it right now. And then again, you know, the people just going in and shooting people at restaurants and Huller House and that kind of thing. So when you go out to eat now, always be on alert. Don't go out and let your guard down, because we don't know, some of our sick brothers or sisters out there may have a vendetta against somebody, and they take it out on everybody. You know, we see those things, but the thing that's going to cure that is love. Amen. And it love, and us as Christians, us as striving, us as want to do that was pleasing God, we're going to have that love on the inside of us. All right. And this type of love, what I'm talking about, is a love that only God can give us and grow us in, you know. Right. It's easy to love, for me to love my brother or either love my wife and the one that close to me, but can I love my enemies? That's right. We're talking about this Sunday in Bible study, you know, talking about love. Can you love those ones that, you know, they doing wrong and they hating on everybody, but see, you don't love the sin, you love the person. Amen. You know, and God be the one that fix that person where he'll be able to love. But this love is a powerful thing. And I have found out, and I have, you know, taught this before, and there are different types of love. Yes. And I got a few that I like to share with y'all before I get off into my message. And these different types of love, what I got here tonight. Come on, I got it right now. It will. Right now, lay down. Okay. These different types, I got 4 different types of love. And the first one I got is called Eros. Eros, amen. Eros, E-R-O-S. E-R-O-S, Eros. You know, and what that type of love is, that's the love between a husband and a wife. Eros, that's the type of love, that's that passionate love with a sincere, the dry, and a longing. The modern word that Greeks use for erosis, which means a romantic love. You know, however, eros does not have any sexual in nature in it, but eros can be interpreted as a love for someone whom you love more than the Philemon. All right, the next one is Philemon. This is what we call brotherly love. So yes. You know, I can't love my brother like I love my wife, because it's essential, you know, it's different. Everything go a little bit further, but the brotherly love, what we talk about, is a friendship. And in modern Greek word, it's passionate. A vigorous love was a concept developed in Aristotle. It includes loyal to a friend. You know, you ain't want to have no friends that backstab. You know, you want people to be loyal to you. You want to be loyal to your friend. And if I come to you and I'm calling you my friend, you shouldn't slam the door in my face and tell me go. If you're calling me my friend. You know, so there's different types of love. That's Philemon. And then the next one is agape. Godly love. Everybody know what that would be. That's godly love. Yes. You know, that's the type of love that we got to grow to get there. Because we ain't got that agape love. You know, we ain't got that yet, but God knows that, you know, we can get that too, but we got to know that He loves us. We got it too. Yeah, we got it. That's what I'm talking about. You got to know what you got. If you know how to love, and you know you got that agape love, and you know that God loves you unconditionally, that's part of that agape love. Agape love means love In modern day Greek, it's such a term that as a gap, which means I love you. It can be described as feeling being content or whole and one to a high regard. When God gives that agape love, He holding us to a high regard.
Yes, He is.
And we saying that we love Him, and then we hate on our brothers and our sisters. That God don't want that love. He holding us to a high standard.
That's not agape.
You know, that's that agape love. All right, then the next one I got, the fourth one I got down here is storage.
Storage.
Storage. S-T-R-O-G-E.
Storage.
S-T-R-O-G-E. Sister Chef, I'm going to let you make some copies, so I'm going to pass this out so everybody can have some copies. Can you make some copies? And that way y'all will have them. Let her make some copies and everything. So our copy, we run out of ink and everything, so that's how they go from there.
Gotta go get some. I gotta get some.
But anyway, that's how we can make a lot of copies and everything, but stuff don't last long.
Sure.
And I don't want to have my wife to make no scribbling copy, have the words missing and ink and everything. So you know, thank God for the copies that we have here at the church. The storage love means affection. In modern Greek, is a natural affection like that of a felt or parent's offspring. This is what your parents feel about it. That story of love, how parents go beyond for their children. And that's what God will do for us by Him having that agape love. He does that. And it's rarely used in an ancient word. And then mostly exclusive of describing of the relationship within a family, basically. So this is how family love is a story of love. You know, they love us unconditional. They gonna love us. You know, we do stuff and they punish us and everything. When they say, I'm whooping you because I love you.
Yeah.
You know, and then when we did get a whooping with mom or dad one putting out the punishment and everything, and they go talking to you. You know, and tell you I'm doing this because I love you. And then as I got on older and I understood, they done it out of love. And that's what helped us to develop the way we are today. If our parents didn't love us and didn't chastise us for what we're doing, because that they loved us. And so those are just 4 things that I pulled, that had pulled out from that love, so we won't get them all mixed up and saying, well, how can I love this? It's 4 different types of love. And so we know how to love our brother, we know how to love our friends, and we know the difference between parents love. So you can take that and put it in your Bible, you can use it different times when you get to talk about love. Now, I'm a little bit hot this afternoon.
That's all right.
I always get hot when I get excited when I have to teach God's word. And I know what Jeremiah was talking about. He said that it's like fire shut in my bones. And that's how I feel this evening. I'm so excited about it. And my temperature, my blood pressure ain't up. I'm just hot.
It's hot in here.
And God just makes it hot, so I'm doing good. But if anybody all got a Bible with us tonight, I probably all get already there. Anybody in 1 Corinthians?
Not yet.
1 Corinthians 13. 1 Corinthians 13. This is why Paul is dealing with the church at Corinth, in first chapter 14, he talks about the spiritual gifts and all. But then when he get on down to chapter 13, he talks about, some things that, if we got these gifts and all that, so there was a conflict in the church. It's just like things be going on today, we want to pick and choose who we want to love. And so Paul is laying this out to the Corinthian church in 1 Corinthians in chapter 13. And have y'all ever noticed in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, it's 13 verses also?
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 13, and then it also got 13
verses.
13 verses. And the number 13 is another number of completion. Talk about stuff. So that right there to let you know, Paul just 13 verses that he used up, and then we already done talked about what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna hit these verses one by one. And it's only 13, so we ain't gonna try to spend too much time on them. So we're gonna hit them and go on to the next one. So I'm gonna start to reading off at verse number 1. 1 Corinthians, chapter 13, And listen to what it says in chapter 13 and verse 1. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity. You see that word, D. Father? What did you say that word charity was?
Love.
All right then. Then we're talking about love here. And then what I want to use for a subject tonight, what love got to do with it? What love got to do with it?
Everything.
And so everything. So now we're gonna see what Paul was talking about as we get on over into the lesson. I am become a sound brass or a twinkling cymbal, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I can remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. Verse 4 said, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profit me nothing.
Amen.
Charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envy not. Charity fault not itself. It is not puffed up. Do not behave itself unseemly. Seeking not her own. Is not easily provoked. Thinketh no evil. Rejoice not in iniquity, but rejoice in the truth. Beareth all things. Believeth all things. Hope all things. And doeth all things. Charity never faileth. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, Jesus Christ, then that which is a part shall be done away. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. That's looking at ourselves in the mirror. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known. And now abide faith, hope, charity, these three. But the greatest of these is charity. Amen. May God give us blessing to read, hear, do of his word. Amen. I see how Paul started this letter off, and as I said in chapter 14, he talked about those spiritual gifts, and he talked about all the gifts that we had, and they were handed down, when you backed up. So he gets on down to the next part where he was discussing, because there were some things that was happening at the Corinthian church. It's just like the churches today, we modern day, but they had things that went on in the church too. People who was, picking and choosing who they want to, love, and picking and choosing those that had gifts. But he tells it right here, though I speak with the tongues of men
and of
angels and have not charity, I am has come as a sound brass or a twinkling cymbal. Come on and help me on that. What is he? What Paul is saying? Give me your comment on it. Come on, help me out.
I'm just making noise.
All right then.
Empty wagon.
Okay. What that sister called?
Just an empty
And
wagon.
the empty wagon make a lot of noise.
You ain't doing that.
Amen. and it says how he lived. He put that in capital letters.